once that goes live, go ahead. We can finish making this game. I'll just add it as this I can add as like a side piece to the fucking to the show. So like I'll have the full show, and then maybe in a couple days I'll add a short, and it'll be this
Yeah, this
making
will
the
be a
game.
side dish.
Okay, so we back. So we back in there now.
Hey,
Mhm.
welcome to
Is it
the
still there?
Elevated Minds After Show.
Yeah, I
We
see.
doing
I
we
see. It
doing
went
just
offline and then it came
wild
back
shit in
in.
here.
All right, cool. Yeah. So welcome to the after show, the Elevated Mind Show. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with what we were doing in the actual podcast when we were making a video game together because it's actually an interesting idea. I like it. I want to make this game. So let's
Unreal
go.
Engine 5. I'll download it and get started.
Uh,
I'm not
hold on.
Hey,
bullshitting.
hey, Steeler in the chat. Steeler said when I told Wolf, I was like, hey man, you make it. We done here. You going off the rails, making me have to do a lot of editing. I'm leaving. I'm moving on. And Steeler apparently said I sold all of my stock in the game and dipped.
That's crazy.
Shit, yeah, I used to be pretty good with Blender, man. That would be actually pretty dope. Make some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
know, I
right.
got I got like 5 people from the UK that was working on their own game.
Mm.
Like I know
Did
5
you
people that was
did you guys see I don't know, I've just been watching YouTube videos lately of this dude that basically what they do is crazy. The guy puts in like a base level in the game, like he just builds a level, right? Just a empty level, and he passes it on to one developer, and they work on it for an hour. Then they pass it on to another developer, and they work on it for an hour. And they do this, and the goal is to reach 100 developers putting 100 hours into the game, and just to see what happened. And I watched the first 25 developers just fuck around with the game, bro, and it was crazy. It was actually like it was nuts to see how easily these dudes just like edit each other's shit. Like it's nuts. It was a really cool game, though. By the 25th, I can't wait to see the 100. I gotta find the video.
Some people speak computer, bro.
that's
It
a
was
bar.
nuts, bro. Like the
Binary.
code was just like watch this guy. They were just like editing. They were like, "Yeah, I don't really like the fireball, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these out and put these green energy balls in, and then oh, we're gonna put a little lighting over here." And I was like, "Bro, they're saying it like it's so easy to do."
It is for them.
They was
Over
just
over
changing
time,
things, bro.
some
It was
things just
nuts.
get over
You get
time.
good
Some
at it.
things, yeah, you just get good at it, and it just becomes second nature.
What does Black say? I'm a dog.
I'm a dog.
Yeah, some serious
Somewhere out
dog
there, there's a dude
developers.
developing, and he's like, I'm a dog.
So Wolf, about this game, right?
I'm listening.
So far we have. I'm gonna do a quick recap, right? So right now we have.
I've got the recap pulled up.
Okay, let's do it. Talk about it.
So the 7 qualities so far that you guys put in this game is smooth gameplay mechanics, all inclusive, Mr. Black, intricate class system, courtesy of Sinsky, fully live service, brothers, and must contain microtransactions, bounty system for PKers, the 7 kings bosses, hidden bosses, and a pillage death system.
Pillage death
Now,
system. What? Well, when we said pillage death system, what were we
that
talking
was the
about?
one you consented to absentmindedly. Pillage death system is essentially if your character is killed in a town, whatever kills you is able to essentially pillage you. They're able to take some of your shit, and the rest of your shit gets pushed to the next town over wherever you're set up. So essentially, you get kicked out of town. They run you off and they take some of your shit.
Okay. So whatever kills you gets to take half of your shit. Is that inventory
No,
Half.
based
not half,
or
not half. Some. I'm talking
well,
like
all right, some of your
two,
shit.
three, two,
So
three items.
is that inventory based? Is that like storage based? You know, because you can have what you currently have on your person, and you can have a vault or something somewhere in
I will
town.
say it is completely random up to the point that it comes either off of your person or out of your storage in that specific town.
That's why I
Yeah,
like the reincarnation system and not that one.
I think it should be off your body. I mean,
Only
whether you
off your
care,
body?
yeah, only off the body, and I think like basically, it could be completely RNG. It could be the 2 carrots you picked outside the town, or it could be that fucking sick ass set of pauldrons you got in a dungeon.
See,
You know,
but
it's
wouldn't
just
people
completely
just get
random.
butt naked and then run up on the bosses like that?
God, if they want to run in there butt naked, they ain't gonna get no glory.
It's just look, guy got his Nope. Anyway, so what do you guys think then? Just off of your person? That's agreed among all of you?
No.
I'm just saying because if you're gonna do a pillage, that's how
Yeah.
that's how it usually happens in like games like that, and like in real life, basically, they're just picking stuff off the bodies and taking war trophies.
Okay, so what if we did it in a manner akin to Ark, where when you die, when you hit the ground, your body is pillageable. They can access your inventory because you're dead. So
But
if you
they could
get
only take
robbed,
3 items.
yeah, that's fair. Each person can only take 3 items.
I don't like
Because
that.
now, if you get killed by a group, you getting robbed.
Well, I'm not about that for PvP, but
Take his carrots.
I'm about that for like those, because you guys, the way you worded it was like specifically when a large like legendary world creature
Oh
attacks
yeah,
a
it's a
town.
world boss. Yeah, you're right. I did
So this is
forget
not
about
something
that.
I expect to be happening 24/7 on the server.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, this shouldn't be a regular thing. You're absolutely correct. Matter of fact, boom, 7 kings. Let me add that stipulation.
I don't like that system at all.
All this is subject to change.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just
Of
add
course.
another year. We'll just add another year to
Because-
development like they do in the real world.
Because we're at 7 right now, and when we get to 10 details, I'm going to give you each a token where you can go back and change one of these 7 rules.
Don't worry, Black. We'll just be TBD for a decade.
Not
You-
TBD.
My
For a
token got
decade. Yeah, like what game was it? What game was it? It took them 20 years to make.
Oh God.
Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah, it was Starfield. Yeah.
Game in the making for 20 years. That shit looked just like Fallout. All right, let's continue.
All right, so I put pillage system upon death with hidden bosses. Air quotes on hidden, because some of them motherfuckers just gonna pop up in town. But
You know what I would
Well,
like is for every town to have an intricate sewer system.
an intricate sewer sit.
Well, yeah,
are we
I want there
thinking?
to be an underbelly to every town. Every town has an underbelly, man.
What are we thinking? We all with that? Fucking Skeever's Den.
So wait, so are we doing map design right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, but well, I'm thinking ahead.
Because yeah,
We're
because
essentially
remember-
committing one thing to the map design, like one thing that's got to be there.
Yeah, because here's the thing that
Whether we're
that-
futuristic or
that's-
medieval times, every city got an underbelly.
Yeah, but you got to remember. I already said, based on what you gave us in the beginning, that this is going to be an MMO. So there isn't just one town. Of course, we can say there's an underbelly in the central town if you want to do that. Like in what
Some
whatever the
towns have an
central town
underbelly
map
and some
is.
don't.
Yeah, we can do some don't because
Yeah,
when-
major
when you-
towns.
when you start to add stuff like that to every single town, that's gonna be a big fucking game.
What if we made it to where the towns can grow? And then if they get big enough, they get an underbelly. And then if they get hit by a world boss and flattened, they go back to square one.
Nah, that's too much work.
That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. It's not impossible, but you're talking like a lot of work.
I mean, if everybody's building there, well, then again, everybody's building there. It's a live service game. That's going to be a lot. All right. So we said, I'm waiting for somebody to fill in the blank.
Underbellies in major
An
towns.
underbelly.
Underbellies in major towns.
Yeah, where
In
just
some major towns.
Stevie
I'll
shit
even go with
happens. You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like some real fucking. That's where the black market is. That's where That's where you open up hit lists against people. Little open contracts on people.
So this is an MMO. I'm gonna assume we have player economy.
You know?
Is anyone opposed to player economy?
So
You mean like, do we have gold and stuff like that? Yeah.
yeah, for like an actual player economy, like players
Like a trading system?
can craft things and trade things and sell things if they want.
Oh yeah, like I mean players just players decide the currency.
Yeah,
Like people might just turn around and be like,
trading
hey,
system.
I want 4 Orglops for one assassination hit. You know what I'm saying? And we only
Yeah.
trade Orglops down here for hits.
yeah.
For a plumbus.
Yeah, I like it. I like that. But you got to give a value to these items. There's a reason why they're trading Orglops and Plumbuses.
Right. So we can have. So I mean,
So
if we did
an
it
immersive economy?
say again.
Is that what we're saying? An immersive economy?
Yeah.
Immersive economy, player-based economy. Yeah. So if it would depend on exactly what it's used for, and when you have enough, we could have different places with different types of shops for whatever that currency that you have is, right? So for what you said, let's say I'll pay you 4 orglops for a hit, right? So all right, let's say we're using the currency orglops, right? Where would you go to spend this currency? You got it for committing an assassination. Obviously, that's not some, this is a shady deal, kinda, right? We can have this merchant, whoever the fuck you trade this currency to, in the underbelly in one of the main cities, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where all the shady deals go down.
But if it's a regular currency like gold, let's just say, let's call it monies.
Money
Let's call it
is.
money. Money.
Yeah,
We're gonna call it
you take
money.
your monies to the auction house. I mean, that's where you
Yeah,
buy the
we'll call
regular
it
shit.
money, and it's gonna be spelled MONIE, right? We'll call it money. And yeah, so you could say the auction house, or you can trade, your money for regular things with other players, right? If other players actually want to.
I also would want to create in this game some, and I know Sora's gonna agree with this, hidden unique scenarios.
I love it. I love it.
Hmm. Hidden unique scenarios. Wolf for the notes is basically quests that you have to be really
Oh, I'm
lucky
tracking.
to. You have to randomly find this thing. The drop chance on this quest is so super rare that it opens up a unique quest line just for the single player that picks it up. It could open up. It could
So
open up. It could open up to secret parts of the map. It could open up secret bosses.
a
It can
single hidden
definitely lead
quest
to
that
some.
only one player can activate.
Yep.
Okay. Singular. Wait,
Only
hang on.
the
Wait a
player that
minute.
find the player that finds the quest.
Yeah.
Player that finds it. Yep. It's a unique scenario. Basically, no one else in the game will have the
Singular
quest.
unique scenario quest. Got it. Is it a quest or a quest line?
Oh, it's a quest line. This shit
All
ain't
right,
no
quest
fucking one
line.
and done, my guy. You're gonna
Cool.
be working on
So
this for a hot minute.
I've typed it in to make sure that I remember what you guys said. But Black,
Mhm.
how vote you on a deeply immersive player economy?
To be honest, I'm not really a fan of player economies. I'm not. I feel like then you start to get into shit being like how New World is, like shit just being egregiously expensive, or
Fair. Okay.
the items that you craft and loot, like you get miners and all types of goofy shit.
How
And
about the singular unique scenario quest line? How do you feel
I
about
love
that?
that. I love that shit.
All
That shit I
right,
love.
so
That.
there it is. It's been spoken. Immersive player economy stricken from the record. Singular unique scenario quest line. Going forward. What else we got?
For the next thing in the game, I would really like for Wolf to stop hitting his enter key so hard.
Smack the shit out this.
Get a debuff every time he presses that shit like a fucking hammer.
Smack the gavel. Anyway,
Lowers his words per minute.
not my damn. You can break my fingers, bro. It's crazy.
I do think there should be an in-game economy, but not a player-based economy.
So players shouldn't be able to trade amongst themselves.
You can trade, but you shouldn't. It shouldn't be where I can go sell things to other players at egregious prices because I have miners getting everything that I can craft only, and sell a fuck ton of fucking shit bag ingots. And
Okay.
now instead of them being the $10 set market rate price, they're $200 for the day because they have 10 miners out there getting all the fucking shit you need in order to craft it. Now
Sure.
players are forced to buy.
Yeah,
That I
that breaks
don't like.
the
But
plan though.
here's where you can counter that, I think. Scaled crafting. And what I mean by scaled crafting is, okay, let's say you're building an iron dagger, right? Basic item. You put in 50 iron ingots, and you put in, let's say, what else you need for that leather? Let's say 20 leather for that, right? To build the
Mm-hmm.
hilt. And maybe some steel again for the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the quality of the item is dependent upon the quantity of the resources put into it. Not saying that you're gonna jump scales like, oh, I'm automatically gonna go from a white item to a legendary item because I put 1,000 of everything in there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But for the white scale item, if you want just a higher ratio of attack, you can basically put in more resources, because then what that's gonna do is, even though people may have all these bots out here farming, basically if they want anything decent out of it, they're gonna have to use more resources.
And I don't like that. It's too grindy. That's too grindy.
Well,
And
the
I don't
thing is
even
too
I
is
don't even
like,
think it should be an in-depth crafting system from the beginning. I think it should be an upgrade system, but not a crafting system to where you gotta go out and get materials to
so
craft just to
basically
level
you're
up
saying
smelting. Like I don't like that.
weapon drops are RNG, but they can be upgraded. Basically, like, you
Exactly.
RNG drops, but you can upgrade them based on. So the other thing
Right.
then becomes like material wise.
Right.
How do you make it so that it's not like New World, where the nodes are not being consistently being pillaged by freaking bots?
Because you don't have to farm. You can go buy it at the market because you have an in-game market already. See what I'm saying?
Gentlemen,
You have an in-game market there. You can just go buy iron ingots at. You
I
don't have to
propose
go craft and go search out the shit. Like you can completely abandon that part of the system. You know what I'm saying?
I propose an additional rule. Anything that we discuss that cannot be somehow brought to conclusion within 30 seconds will
Too
be
short.
put to a 2/3 vote.
No, I don't like that. And 30 seconds is way too short.
30 seconds per arguing party is pretty decent.
That's not good at all.
It's better than talking for 30 minutes about the same subject. We
Hey,
have to
hey,
step forward. We have to
hey,
walk
hammer,
forward,
hey,
gentlemen.
hammer
You can
man,
step
hey,
forward,
hammer
but it's
man.
30 seconds is way too short to.
All right, because this has been far more than 30 seconds. This is way outside of tolerance. If we can't come to an agreement on it, then we can't come to an agreement on it. It needs to be stricken. It's really that simple.
I don't think so, because I think if you go more into depth and talk about things more, you can formulate something to come to an agreeing point. But 30 seconds is far too short. It
Sure,
just is.
but how long are we going to need for this one in particular? Then let's set a time limit for this particular conversation, as it's already been going on for about 5 minutes. And what I don't want to do is what we just did an hour ago.
That's gonna happen regardless.
No, it's not. That's why I'm stepping in and controlling it. I learned from one of the best moderators in the world. You might know him. His name is Black Metal 92, one of the realest niggas I ever met in my life.
N- I've never constricted a talking point to 30
No, but
seconds.
you have told people that they need to finish saying what they need to say, and that they need to stop doing what?
You tell me what I say.
You tell them they need to say what they need to say, and they need to stop over whooping. At
But
this point, are
stop
we getting
overwhooping
to
is
a
not about the talking point. It's always about like just talking in a direction
Something
that's
that you
not on the
overdoing.
actual subject.
right
Yeah,
now?
like that's what I
As
always
much
say.
conversation is happening about this singular subject, that I would consider that over whooping. We talking about it too much.
I don't think so. But we can go to the next subject. It don't matter to me.
I took it out as soon as you said no. That was enough for me. Your word means just as much as anybody else's.
No, I know that. But I don't disagree with it though. I don't
Now
disagree
I do.
totally.
I disagree with your word meaning as much as anyone else's, but that's the whole you being black thing.
No, I'm saying I don't disagree with the currency idea. I just disagree with the way it's going about. That's it.
I love how it just bounces off you.
It does. Bounces right off.
It just bounces
It's
off.
not gonna it's not gonna work.
That man wear conversational Kevlar all day,
Absolutely.
Conversational Kevlar.
Absolutely.
all
Come
three
on, man.
plates.
I was in the debate club for real. Like I really do this shit. This is easy.
All right, so we're on to the next. What's something that we think this should absolutely have? Black, being that you've been kind of the incumbent the last two rules, I'd
It
like
was
for
just
you to
one.
suggest the next.
It was just one. But I think that it should be I don't think it should be limited to like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like you know how New World is like mainly melee, and then you have like a one musket and a blunderbuss. I think you should be able to use whatever the fuck you want as a weapon. From a fucking chair in a goddamn bar in one of the towns to a fucking like anything is upgradable as a weapon, depending on your play style and character customization, the in-depth character customization. You know, you should have
So, like, if
certain.
someone was leveled in cooking, they would be good at using a kitchen knife in the
You
street
could
for a fight.
you could dead ass use a frying pan and like your
Hey,
shit could be mad fucking fire.
so
Like
could we simply
you could
say a
have
deep
throwing
range of
frying.
weapons?
Huh?
Could we simply say a deep setting of weapons, like a wide variety of weapons?
Just like it's like a combination of both, like enemy types and weaponry. Like you can use any type of weaponry. You can like you don't have to. I'll give you an example. You don't have to be a tank or a DPS specifically. You could be a fucking cook that throws frying pans. You could be a army soldier if you want to be that shoots guns and doesn't have any type of combat, like melee combat. You could be a sorcerer if you want to be. You could be pretty much anything you want to be in
Yeah,
the game.
yeah, sir, like a lax D&D type thing.
That's
There's no
basically an
limit to
intricate
what you
class
can be.
system.
Yeah, intricate class system. That's in there.
Okay, enemy types as well, like not being locked into.
Intricate enemy system is actually that's a very
Yeah,
good point. I
like
feel like a
it's
lot
not
of
dragons. It
a
can
lot of
be.
Really, yeah, you never really run into the same creature twice because
yeah,
it's just the
because
RNG on it is crazy. It could be a dragon that spits out frying pans.
Right, right.
if
Real
y'all
shit.
remember, that's what killed the
These
division
wild-
for us.
Yeah, it was the same enemy type.
We got tired of fighting the same motherfuckers in the same suits every day
Yeah,
with the
I think
same
that goes for a
attacks.
lot of games. A lot of games do that shit too. A lot of
Yeah,
games do that shit. You just
because
run out of
Division
shit.
Two was really lacking on that. Like it was just pretty much three different groups of regular ass people for the Division Two.
Yeah.
Hyenas that use gas. But I
Yep.
digress.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
It
So
could
then,
be
yeah,
enemies
that's
like from Division. It could be enemies from Baldur's Gate. It could be enemies from fucking Spyro the Dragon. Like it could be anything. Like anything could pop out and want smoke.
I
No
don't know
limitation.
why, and
I'll
I
take
know
it.
this
I'll
is a
go
big
with it.
if. I know this is a big if, but when I think about some of the enemies in some of these games, I've really wanted an enemy that looks like a fucking dude. Like it actually is a regular motherfucker, like a
How's
vampire in London
ass?
type shit.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. Regular dude.
Yeah, like just a regular dude that's actually like, on some other shit. How do I put this? Like the Uncanny Valley. They're not human, but they look human. Like From.
Mm.
Like I feel like there should at least be a scenario like that. That'd be kind of cool. But that's just me being an outsider looking in.
Fuck
This is
with it.
your guys' game.
Nah, I fuck with it. Any type of enemy type. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with anything.
Because I still have the rule left that I can impose. I just don't want to. I'm actually deeply enjoying this. This is super fun. Let's
All right, that
see.
was fine.
So right now we're at singular unique scenario quest line, and then you guys just finished discussing what?
The enemy system,
Unlimited.
right?
A broad depth of enemies.
Yeah, broad depth of enemies and character weapon options.
All right. And I hit the
Oh yeah,
enter
man!
key real
Imagine you kill a
soft.
dragon that spits out frying pans, and so when it drops, you get a fucking golden dragon frying pan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boost your cooking and
A
shit. That'd be
golden dragon walk.
Right, and then you can
yeah,
sell it to
bro.
Wolf.
What's
Fucking
that
walk.
shit? Poland.
Wolf is the in-game chef. You can sell it to Wolf. You know what I'm saying? That's where I say like the in-game currency. Like I
Economy.
could sell it to him, but not on the like I could sell it on the market too, but the market has a set rate. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, I see. The market has a cap on how high you can charge for something for how much.
Yeah. And then player to player, you can sell it though, whatever you want. But you on that market is set. So if motherfuckers out mining, it's okay. You can go to the market. It's unlimited ingots you can buy for $5.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. I see what you're
You
saying
know what I'm
now.
saying?
Like
Yeah.
competing against Walmart essentially.
Yeah. You don't have so you can't fuck it. You know what I mean? So
You know what?
I don't even gotta go mine. I could literally just play the game for combat and fun and just go to the market and buy what I need because I did 100 missions and I got $10,000 or $100,000. You know what I mean? I don't have to
So
go
you want
farm.
an Amazon economy?
Exactly.
What's
Where you have a set price market and then you have individuals that can sell it to you or put it on the market for a little bit more or a little bit less than what's being sold on the market, but the
okay?
market has a set price.
What do we
Yeah,
think
it's
about
basically
this
the
one,
way
guys?
That's the way
and it's
single player.
affordable.
That's the way single player JRPGs play. It's like you go town to town, but really a potion costs what a potion costs, unless
Sora,
you
Right,
your
find a
vote.
special character to give it to.
Your vote
right.
defines it, Sora. What do you think?
No, I set up for it.
Boom. That's it. It's going on. What kind of economy is that?
I think it should
Wow.
be a game-based, and player-based account. You have both in the game, but it works together. Both are profitable. You know what I'm saying? You can win
Well,
on either one.
both can be profitable, sure, because even though like you said, the game store is going to sell ingots for
Mhm.
$5 a piece any fucking way. You could still sell your ingots for $2 a piece and make a profit.
Mhm.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
Are
fine.
you not saying that if you go to the auction house,
Mhm.
it's a set price? Ingots are 5 copper or whatever, right? 5
Yeah,
monies. Sorry.
yeah, and it's
Um,
an unlimited amount you can buy from the
right.
in-game store.
But
Yeah,
if you don't want to be like, hey, I want to sell it really quick.
You can sell
You
it for
could
cheaper, but not
you
more
could take it
expensive.
to a character, for instance, like a special character that might specifically want ingots. You could sell it to them for more, but then the players don't actually get to buy what you're selling. But that's because you wanted more money for yourself.
right.
That
That way
that
everybody
works.
wins.
That sounds fair to me. Let's see how we got one, two. Oh wait, hang on. Get all these.
Let me know when you're done. I know what I want next.
All right, we've got 11 right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get 2 more off because these tokens I'm gonna give you each a strike token and I'm gonna give you each a change token. It means you got one thing you can just completely fucking axe and one thing that you can alter.
Go ahead, Sora. It's on you.
I want, and I'm gonna. This is probably gonna be a little bit of a speech here.
Mm-hmm.
I want rotating. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Rotating dungeons and permanent labyrinths. I'm gonna explain the difference. Okay. A dungeon has an ending. You can enter a dungeon. When you go into this dungeon, depending on where it is, you can assume the enemy type. Okay? You
Mm-hmm.
make your way to the dungeon, you go through it, you're fighting these enemy types, you get to the end. There's a boss. There's some kind of loot with this boss. You defeat the boss, you get whatever loot. It could be RNG based loot. It could just be a chest and it's RNG based. You don't even know what the fuck you're getting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Labyrinths are multi leveled and they never close. They're always there. A
Mm.
labyrinth can have an infinite number of levels to it. Obviously, the further down you go, the harder the labyrinth is, and
I like it.
the more difficult the enemies, right?
And you can leave whenever you want.
And you can leave whenever you want
I like that.
Now,
If you got the proper item to leave,
with the
and
proper item.
wasn't
I'll
an
take that.
unprepared,
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
unprepared adventure.
yeah. Or you got to finish the level, and then it asks you like, "Do you want to leave? You want to keep going?"
Right.
Gotcha.
So labyrinths will
maybe like
always
there's
be there.
points throughout where
I
like
like
when you
that.
get to that point you can say,
Labyrinths
okay, I
will
want to leave.
always be there. Dungeons are rotating and periodic. So this dungeon could be here today, and the next time you log on, it's not there anymore.
Sealed.
Like the blight
Right.
that you jump. Okay. What do you guys think? Is that a unanimous?
Yeah,
That's a
I like
unanimous
that.
for sure.
That
There's
is
a
a
couple.
unanimous. Excellent.
There's probably a couple things I'd like to add to the labyrinth, but I like it.
Good.
I
It's a good
mean,
start.
it's on you now, Senski. Black went, Sora went, so now it's your turn. Fucking, what would
Oh
you
well,
like
I
to
mean,
add to the labyrinths?
with labyrinths, I would like to throw in a couple of secret rooms. I guess this adds a bit to the unique scenarios, but I'd like to have a couple of really secret, hard fucking bosses down there.
I like that.
Randomly
You know
added,
what?
not in patch notes. You want to be a data miner and fucking find it? Go ahead, fuck yourself. But for everybody else, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
surprise.
Or an invisible wall, like they do in some games. You could just like not see it, but it's behind a wall that's invisible. Really,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like a
Something
boss
that
just waiting
appears
on
like a
your
glitch, but
ass.
it's really not. We put it there. We just didn't want you to find it so easily.
Right.
Yeah, what do you think? If you go in there, you're just gonna be like when you step in water in Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
All right, so let's see. We have 10, 11, 12. We have 12 rules in place currently.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want more, or are we ready to move on to the next round?
The graphics have to be next gen too. I
We
think
already. I
graphics
thought
have
that
to
went
be
into smooth gameplay mechanics, but yeah, you're right.
no
That is another one.
graphics have to be next gen. They can't be outdated. It can't be like we can't accept bullshit graphics. Like if it
Fair.
ain't Baldur's Gate graphics or like you know what I mean, like in that realm, I don't want it. It don't gotta be Last of Us Part 2 graphics, you know, but it has to be.
Is it unanimous?
Yeah, the graphics got to be acceptable,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
They
man.
just have
Graphics
to.
gotta be on point. That's a given.
Boom.
Yes.
I've skipped so many games because of graphics alone. Like, ugh, what is that? And the
All
game is
right.
great. Just get over that. It ain't about to be World of Warcraft level graphics. No, hell no.
All right, next section. Go ahead.
All right. We're on to our next section, boys. So now each of you have one token. Well, two tokens technically. You have one token to strike something and one token to change something. You can alter one of the things on the list, and you can strike something completely. We're gonna go with the quietest man in the room so far. Sora, what is your pick to actually your pick in general? I'm listening.
Uh, is this a thing that is this a thing that I most definitely have to do?
This is a thing
Because
that you don't have to do these things. You just have the tokens now. You can use them at any point in the game. You ain't got to do shit.
then the answer is nothing. I'm not changing a thing. Uh, because the one thing that I would strive for is making a fantastic game
That's a
for
bar.
my player base to enjoy. And it that actually ties in with the first thing that I said, that I want the game to be live action, right? In order for a game to actually be live action, somebody's monitoring this shit. And I'm not saying you need one person to monitor everything at all times, overworking the person, but there's constant surveillance on what's happening in this
I'll
game.
be
So
like Halliday in that bitch. He'll never catch me out the game. Like, where the
yeah,
fuck's
like
it at? Oh,
if something
he been
has to
hibernating
change,
in the pod for 15 days.
if something happens in the game and something needs immediate attention, there's someone there to do it.
Got you. You don't got to email. Motherfuckers there in the game to help you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what you need? Hey, I can call one of y'all. Like, hey, I'm at work. Somebody said they need help. Are you on the game right now? Yeah, like somebody's actually in game. Like it ain't, oh, you gotta email Steam and then Steam's gonna email Square Enix and then Square Enix is gonna get back with you in 7 to 10 business days.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so we're
and
gonna say an active maintenance team.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
that
what
Is
you
that
need
ties
is a.
in with live action, so that isn't adding anything. That ties in with
I
the
feel
whole
like what you
live
need
yeah,
action
is a
Yeah.
good monitoring
Yeah,
system
that's
for
true.
that, and I'm not talking like an anti-cheat system, but basically, you need to be able to monitor things like what's the speed, the average speed of nodes being farmed, what's the average speed of player movement,
Yeah.
things like that, so that when you see when the system detects irregularities, you don't got to rely on something like BattleEye to go fucking find it. Basically, you could just have a live admin there all the time, ready to just go there and be like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on over here?"
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So Sin is adding something. You said live
He's
maintenance
a
team.
god, like he is an
that's
arc.
that's who I
Like he
was
is an
talking.
arc.
That's primarily who I was talking to. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
is it unanimous? Is that a unanimous thing though,
Well, I'm
Sensky?
cool with that. I'm cool with that because I love it when
I
I see
like it.
Sin flying in the sky. I'm cool with that. I think that's
All right.
dope.
So what are we calling that?
Just a
Admin
live.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live system. Cool. We already got it in there. Bet. We in there. We live. All right.
But yeah,
So
I'm not
Sora,
gonna use my tokens.
I'm
if
not
you're
gonna
not
use
gonna
the strikeout tokens. I like everything we fucking agreed on so far.
all right, fair enough. Sora, you may choose who to pass the mic on to next.
The person next to me, Sin.
All right, there it is. Sensky, what you doing?
What were my tokens for? Striking something out. What was the
You
other
have
token for?
you have one token to strike, and you have one token to alter. You may alter one thing on the list.
Man, I like fucking everything. Can we swing around to me?
You don't have to make them. You don't have to play these tokens. You can keep them the
Yeah.
rest of the game.
I honestly feel like I would just hold on to my tokens because I don't see
Fair
anything
enough.
that I want to change right now. I really like everything.
So we're passing the mic to Black.
I'm in the same boat as them. I'm holding my tokens. I don't think it's
All right.
nothing. Yeah, I think everything's fine.
Everybody's got both tokens. Excellent. So now comes the part where I feel like y'all might have a little bit more trouble.
I'm about to download Unreal Engine 5 right now. I'm not even fucking around.
What is the setting of this game?
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't think there should be.
So setting is a broad concept. You have to narrow it down.
I'm talking, is this a medieval type game?
No,
Is this a futuristic cyber world type game?
I think
Is
all.
this a
Yeah, why can't it be all of them?
I
I think all.
agree. I was gonna say
Yeah,
the same thing because you think you're forgetting
massively
that.
multiplayer with the different towns and such? Are we doing it
Yeah,
yeah.
like
I
that?
want it all. I
yeah.
want it all,
We
bro.
all agreed on MMO, and in MMOs, there's varying things in different sides of the map that you go to.
Yeah, I want all that shit. I want a soldier, futuristic. I want cyberpunk. I want
Yeah,
medieval. I want
I want
all
a
that
dude
shit.
on a horse in knight armor to run into a dude with a fucking M16.
Yeah, yeah, real shit though. Real shit
Excellent.
though.
You know what? All right. So now my question becomes, I guess, what theme does that fall under? Everything? We're just going to call it an everything theme?
Existence is the name. Existence. Just
An,
anything.
ex- an
Anything
existence
that's ever
theme?
happened. Yeah, anything that's ever happened. Just can be anything,
Let's
depending
call
on
it.
what
Let's
town
call
or
it.
side of the map you're on.
Let's call it an AGMMO.
What does that stand for?
Mm,
Anything goes MMO.
I like that.
That you just made me hard, Sin.
I like that. Yeah, I'm with that. That's fire.
Excellent. All right. Now for the part that you guys might actually struggle with, because you work together a lot better than I thought you would, you fucking pest. But
Mm-hmm.
what's the name?
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. That one's gonna be hard. It's got to be something catchy. I think we all can agree. It's got to be something
Yeah,
catchy
it's gotta
and
be something that rolls off the tongue that just you just want to say it over and over.
All
catchy.
right.
Yeah,
Time to
catchy
put
but not
somebody on the
corny.
spot. Eeny, meeny, miny. Sora, what we calling this game?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Most people do their best thinking under pressure, and now you on the spot.
I don't know. I'm thinking a one name title, not anything
I
too
was thinking
long.
the same thing. I said existence and it stuck with me. That's what I was gonna say. But I'm gonna think of one word. Yeah, one fucking word.
What if we dropped it to exist?
I like that too. But that's just I'm still thinking of different names. But I do agree with the one title name, like just one name for the title.
All right, Sinsky, what you got?
I'm thinking, man. I'm definitely burning some brain cells over here. Just trying to.
Yep. Rub
It's
them
on the
brain
tip
cells
of my
together.
tongue, man. I feel like it's there, and I'm just like,
Percolate it. Pinch your nipples if you gotta.
Alive. Uh,
Alive is the name of that movie where they all had to eat each other because they got caught in the avalanche.
Cannibals.
Not cannibals. That is that.
Mm,
Now we could. Hey, designing a game with cannibals could be dope. Though I ain't gonna lie. We'll do that one for the next game.
universe. Um,
Nirvana.
hold on.
Nirvana. Mm, hmm.
Perception.
Perception. Yeah, that's a good one.
Perceive.
Oh,
Um,
what about transpire?
transpire. Now we
Transpire.
getting
Yeah,
somewhere.
because
Hold
shit
on.
is just happening. It's just that you're there.
Shit
You're
is
Yeah.
just
executing.
transpiring. What say you, Sora?
Creation. Anomaly. Hmm.
Anomaly.
So
I
far,
I
transpire
like,
has been hit.
what was it? Perception. I think you said.
Perception was
Perception.
fire. Yeah. Damn,
Perception
it's a
sounds
lot.
good.
There's three of you. So what is it? Is it perception or is it?
No, bro. That one's we gonna need time on that one because it's a
Yeah,
lot
that's a
of one
thinker.
word.
Then I suggest y'all keep brainstorming because it didn't sound like nothing was moving. And that's the
Yep.
name of the game, isn't it?
I feel like a lot of us gonna use a token on this
Yeah.
specifically.
Hey, sounds like it's a good thing you saved them motherfuckers then. I wasn't expecting all three of you to save them, but this ain't my anime. I'm just one of the characters.
Anime is crazy.
Yeah, you guys
And
just got isekai. You just don't know
What
it yet.
about what about Infinity?
Ooh.
or
Isn't there
Infinite,
already a
yeah.
game? Isn't there already a game called that? Hold on.
There's a bunch of games
Is there a
called
game called
that.
Infinity?
BioShock
No,
Infinite,
I don't think Infinity or Infinite. No.
Yeah, there
BioShock
is an
Infinite,
Infinity.
Dead
Hold on.
Space Infinite,
Yeah, but just Infinite. You know what I mean? Like just
just
that.
Infinite. Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a game called Just Infinite. No.
Nah.
Yeah, Wiki says there's a game called Infinity.
There it is.
There's an Infinity Universe. It's an army game. Hold on.
That's crazy. Where you
I
see
mean,
that
it's
at?
not crazy because it's you gotta. That's the thing. When you think about these words, you gotta think like you could either go mainstream with the word because everybody's that will have thought of it. You know what I mean? Or you can think of something that's so nuanced that you know what I mean. It just clicks, but you're like, why did nobody ever fucking call a game this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anything goes MMORPG.
Mm.
Ugh.
We'll keep thinking on that.
Yeah, I think
Imagine
that
be
title we're gonna need some time on that.
All
That
right,
one's tough, bro.
move to
all
the
right.
next question.
Give me 3 working titles.
Perception, Infinite, or Infinity, and what was the one you said, Sin?
Transpire.
Transpire.
Transpire. I think we should because all three that was each one of ours main one we went to.
I just added them to the notes.
Yeah, and then we can just think of more on that one.
All right.
Wherever you decide to send the notes on this game, Wolf, don't send it to Ubisoft.
Absolutely not.
My bad.
My bad.
He's like, Ubi's on the call. You didn't see?
That'll be the one good game Ubisoft makes in a long time.
Ezio kicks your door in.
Mm.
All right. We got our working names. There are going to be a variety of enemies. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But as with any game, we're always going to need a big bad. Who is that big bad? What, who, what, where, when? Go.
My answer's the same in every game that I ever thought of. It's Malbosia.
Malbosia.
Who's Malbosia?
The devil, pretty much.
The devil from
Oh,
Spawn.
oh, yeah, that was dope.
What say you, Black?
Skip me for a second. Go to Sin. Give me a
What
second
say
to
you,
think.
Finsky?
um, the nothing, bro.
You got nothing or
Basically,
the nothing?
no, the nothing. It's basically an entity that exists to delete
To erase
creativity from the
creation.
game, from the players. It yearns to just
Wipe the slate
destroy your
clean.
items, destroy your character, destroy. You know, like it just.
To make it to where there is nothing.
Does it
I
have
mean,
a
Yeah,
yeah.
face?
that sounds like the black hole from
Does
Marvel
it need
Comics.
to?
It looks like nothing.
Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to have a face. Does it have a figure?
I mean, does it need to? It's nothing.
And does it ever speak to us? Do we ever interact with it?
Yes.
Yes,
Nothing
that for
comes in
sure.
so
In
many
fact,
shapes and sizes that it
in
could be
fact, I would like
anything
to.
throughout the game.
I would like it if at just random points in the game, as a player, you would just, and this is very random, it's completely RNG, low percentage, you would hear it speak to you individually.
Mm.
Just maybe while you're fucking crafting some, you're hacking on a tree, all of a sudden it just speaks to you, and it's like, just says something easy like, "I'm coming," like in a really fucking dark voice, or like, "Go kill somebody in town," or something like that. Just puts like a little just evil idea in every player's head as they're playing.
And it gives you like another, like you said, the RNG missions. It can give you a mission to do some
Oh,
evil
but that would
shit.
have to be so fucking rare to get a mission from the nothing.
The
Right.
mission would be called "There Will Be Nothing," and that's what it whispers to you the first time.
It would,
Yeah.
bro. The
I
unique
feel like
scenario I would create with that would be fucking way beyond your fucking capacity.
That's a very deep. That's a very deep big bad, and
I
I
think
like it a lot.
I
I
think
also like Malboja, but I think we could smack them both together.
You
I
can
think
smack.
in order to make something like that possible, this would take this would take up a lot of dev time. But here's what I pose, right?
Mhm.
During game creation, we actually make a specific, unique line of quests tailored to the nothing, right? They're
I
not
like.
implemented into the game at any point in time. Let's say it's us that are in studio, right, at the time. You just log on. You're not visible. We're admin, so you're not visible. You pick a random player and just pop the quest on their forehead.
I like that too. I like that.
So
I
one of
like it.
what?
I
So
like it, but
someone would have
it's
to actually
open.
physically go do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It feels like it's open to.
That's open to really deep
Uh,
bias.
yeah, exactly.
Like
That's where I'm
you're
going to think
you're
it would.
gonna want to smack somebody you know on the forehead with that. You're gonna want to watch it
That's what I'm
unfold.
saying.
Well, you don't have to do it though. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to do it.
Make it
The
completely
idea
random.
behind
That's
the
a little
whispers
better.
is to subtly suggest to a character that they do something that would basically not be approved of in the world, like going into town and killing a player and stuff like that. But
The dark
I think
urge.
honestly, if you were gonna put it in anyone's hands, you would put it in some sort of AI.
What if what if the big bad was like one of those scenario missions you were talking about? Like when they do the mission or when they get that random story mission, they hear that first whisper, that's triggered by like a certain series of dark events. You know what I'm saying? Like a certain X amount of shit. You have to have X karma, X this, X that. That way it's actually a character that's like going to hit that specific wall. Because imagine if it's completely random. Imagine if it's a fucking 6-year old that's just fucking around on the game the first time. It's like there will be nothing, and now it's gone. It's wasted.
That's fine.
I think you guys are trying to give the whispers too much interaction. These are just
I want the guy that
subtle.
gets the whisper to be a
These
good
are
guy. Is what
subtle
I'm saying.
ideas that you're just planting in players' head. Go steal that player's items. Go to
Yeah.
that
Oh,
town and
these
kill
are completely
somebody.
random
Go, yeah, these are
constants.
just
Yeah.
random thoughts that would just be pinging all over the map at different times, different occurrences, no
And
set
Right.
time,
some of them give you
RNG.
missions.
And
Right.
no, none of them, because this is just a background feature. You're gonna have missions that you can have with through other means of the games. I mean, let's face it,
Okay.
it's very easy to put missions in the games. A variety
Dark
of different
side.
ways to do it. Dailies, fucking
So is
unique
this like Easter egging
scenarios,
essentially?
factions.
Hmm.
Yeah, you got like a bunch of shit. But this is just to literally promote the how do we put it,
The
the
bigger boss of the
no, it's
universe.
to break the frequency of a player just going out and randomly chopping wood all fucking day.
To
If a
break up
player's
that
out there
monotony.
chopping wood and he's doing that for 8 hours straight, but the entire day he's been getting suggestive ideas to go do something bad, then eventually he's gonna fucking go do something bad.
Just to see if the whispers were right.
Yeah.
He has to be like, you know what, fuck it, man. This
Well, I wonder
motherfucker's
what
been
happens if
telling
I
me
do that.
to go into town and drop some bodies for like fucking 2 hours now. I'm gonna go do it.
I'm gonna go do it. See what happens.
That's a bar.
All
I
right.
can.
So Black, what
Yeah.
is your big bad? Because now I'm seeing that the best way for us to do this big bad is actually in 3 steps. We're gonna do its nature, its form, and then its name.
Nature form and its thing. I don't really know. Um.
Because the nothing was a great idea. I really feel like that should be the nature of the big boss. The nature should be the nothing. It's a nothingness,
I mean, mine would be like a deity.
a
You know what I'm
god of
saying?
nothingness. Bada
A
bing.
god. Yeah. Like he does have a form that he likes to take.
Bro,
Yeah.
just listen to this real quick.
Hmm.
The god of nothing quest line.
Yeah.
That just sounds lit. But
Yeah.
I
You
digress.
could do it. I think it should be a polar opposite sides to that. It should be a good side and a bad side. But that's my addition. But for me, I couldn't really pick a form or like a identity. I think it should be like what you said, a tie-in between what Sora says and what Sin says. I think it's both good and they work together. You know what I'm saying? And they're a whole embodiment of the nothingness. It's
So you
just
want two different entities. You want a god and you want a monarch.
Yeah, I think it should be multiple entities, different forms that it takes. You know what I mean? And it's like,
What if
you know what I mean?
what
It's multiple different
Different.
types. The seven kings.
Basically, the same way the Greek gods used to fuck with humanity all the time
Right.
is the way that these entities would just fuck with players all the time.
Right. Right.
yeah, like fucking like Daedric princes essentially.
Pretty
Just
much.
like, yeah, it's like just fucking every now and again they're just intermingling, putting ideas in your head. Maybe they show up as a NPC just to fuck around with you. Hey, here's a quest, and then you just you don't even know you're working for this motherfucking god. You know what I'm saying?
That makes
Just fucking
sense.
manipulative.
What do you think about a god of nothing? And then, like you said, like there has to be a balance, Black. What do you think about the god of nothing and the god of whatever that polar opposite would be in this situation? They're actually the same physical body, and that's why they do fuck shit because they're stuck in the same body together.
Yeah, I can see that.
That'd be a reason for me to act out. I'm stuck in a body with my worst enemy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Where the entities are the same person. You know what I'm saying? But they
And at
depending on
any given moment, it can change between which
exactly
one it is. It can
exactly
be trying to lead you into the light, and the next moment is trying to pull you into the sludge.
exactly.
You think
And
it's two
depend,
different entities, but it's the same one with two
It's
it's the
the
different
same
same
one,
entities.
guy
right?
talking to you.
Which
Fucking
is
pulling you
nothingness
in
though, which is
circles.
really nothingness because you can do determine on what you choose to do. You become what you choose to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
at the end
choose
of
to
the
see.
day, you can choose to listen to that voice, or you can choose to fucking go about your own business.
And the nothingness doesn't care. The entity it pulls his thoughts from does not give a fuck though. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't give a fuck. He really would care for nothing to exist but itself. But it's making you pick your destiny and what you choose to be. And then
Giving
it
me
just tells you that.
supernatural vibes. Like
Yeah.
if you guys have watched Supernatural, that character, the Empty, how he can't
Yeah.
go to sleep unless everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that would be something like the Nothing would be looking for. Was like, I just want to erase all existence so I can go back to bed.
Right. Some wild shit. Yeah. Some wild shit.
Dibs on doing his voice acting. The
Oh my god.
Dibitries.
Dibitries, the Dibadome.
I don't know.
Dib
I feel like that's a job for Keith David.
You know what? You might be right.
Keith David.
David.
Respectfully withdrawn.
Hmm.
All right, so we've got the body form essentially. What do you think about that, Sora? Two entities mashed together, locked in this eternal, dance of fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah, I like it.
Excellent. All right, we still need a name though.
The name of our
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I can't think of a name right now.
No, I meant the name of the god. Are we still just calling it like it's going to be called the Nothing?
The
Because the
nothing.
polar.
That's the name of the god.
Okay, but what about the polar opposite that's stuck in the body with them? It's all called the Nothing.
The nothing is everything.
It's nothing and everything at once.
Okay.
That was
Everything and
good.
everything and nothing.
Everything and
Boom.
Everything and
nothing. Uh huh.
yeah.
Everything
Everything and
and nothing. Now that's both their fucking name and their form. Look at that.
Yep.
This shit's looking kind of nice so far, bros. You guys want a quick recap on what we got?
I'm
Yeah,
keeping
go
up
for
with
it.
it.
I want to get started.
He
Excellent.
said, "I want to get started." I'm
Started.
ready.
Oh God.
Go for it. Do the recap.
All right, so we got smooth gameplay mechanics, intricate class system, fully live service, must
Mhm.
contain microtransactions, bounty system for PKers, the Seven Kings hidden bosses, pillage system upon death to hidden bosses, underbellies in major towns, singular unique scenario quest line, that's a one shot, wide variety of enemies and weapon options, an Amazon economy, essentially meaning, the sales and shit, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
rotating dungeons, permanent labyrinths,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, the smooth, buttery graphics.
Bro, I'm with the shit. That shit sounds great to me.
We're calling this motherfucker an anything goes MMORPG.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so far, our names that we've got solidified so far are Perception, Infinity, and Transpire. And
Mm-hmm.
the big bad is everything and nothing. Two interpretations of two different infinities.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now, based on that, the name Infinity does make the most sense.
Or infinite.
Infinite would work too, but those are two expressions of infinity. Everything and nothing.
I don't know about the title though. That title, we gonna have to think on that one
Yeah,
hard.
y'all will have to think on that one long and hard.
Yeah, that one's
Double
gonna take some
checking.
time.
There is no video game called Infinite. There is a game called Infinity.
Mm,
There is a game called Transpire.
damn.
Um, um,
And there is a game called Perception.
Damn.
So right now the title is Infinite, unless we can come up with something else.
All right, we'll
what
just leave it
about
at infinite for now.
what about? Hold on.
What you got?
I'm trying to fucking get this pop-up thing to disappear because I want to double check if this is a game name before I blurt it out.
Burger Town
Burger Town.
What if we just fucking call it what if we just call it V?
or all.
V just stands for variable.
Oh, the letter V.
Yeah, just call it V.
I'm actually kind of cool with like singular letter like that.
Bro,
That'd be
just
dope
imagine,
too.
like I can see it just rolling. Yo, man, you coming home and play V, man? Oh shit, I gotta go. I gotta go. Fuck, man. My dude's is waiting for me in V. We gotta go run a dungeon.
Mm.
Everybody just V. Fucking just easy to spread
Dog,
that,
when we
bro.
do this character customization, this shit has to be like crazy in depth. I'm talking like human that throws bar stools and he's a drunk to being a fucking druid and being able to transform into animals. Like I want that shit to be ridiculous.
Make
You
a
could be an
drunken.
army soldier, like you know what I'm saying? Like you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I just made a whole character in my head just off of what you just said. A drunken druid fighter build. Turn up.
Straight up.
Turn
Straight
up.
up. You could be an MMA fighter, like crazy wild shit.
Dropping elbows in the form of a bear.
You could
But
be
I
Luke
digress.
Cage, Static Shock. Like you could be whatever the fuck you want for
So
real, you
I
know?
got something that will keep us busy. The question at the end of the day is, what are we doing? We doing first person, third person?
I say
I
third.
think the option for both. I think you should have an option for both.
You think?
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely. Especially
That
if you're
means
running around as a soldier.
if you have an option for both, that means you really gotta have tight hitboxes.
Yeah, that's why I say third.
Nah, I don't like locking a game into perspectives. I don't. I think
No,
especially if
I'm
it's a
with
game
you. I'm
like
with you.
this.
But if you do multiple perspectives, you
Yeah,
have to have tight hitboxes.
I'm cool with that. Fuck it. I'm give a damn. I just don't like being locked into perspectives. I think you should be able to swap between the two.
This is a game
And a lot of
that
games.
will actually take 25 years to make.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it would.
it would
It
actually
would.
be worth it, unlike fucking
Mm-hmm.
Starbutt.
Honestly, the way that these games been dropping, I don't think it'll take as long as we think. If we were really dedicated to this shit, I'd give it a couple years.
all right. I
I
have
do.
I'll give you guys one more. I'll give you one more question for the night, and then we'll fucking pack it in because we're getting some good timage in on this motherfucker.
I'm about to download Unreal Engine now. But go ahead.
This is just a yes or no. Uh, are we putting in a twist? Like the big bad's not really the big bad, and it's being used as an energy source by somebody else. Any stupid shit like that. Are we putting in a twist?
That's why you got to buy the DLC.
He practiced it. He ready for the microtransactions. He ready.
You know what I'm saying?
That man is ready for these microtransactions out here.
That's why you put in the DLC right there. You know what I'm saying? This is just a baseline. You know what I mean? But like,
We do
you know,
DLC.
yeah, this the baseline. Like this is where
Man,
we
that
at.
labyrinth though, that shit's what's got
That
me fucking
idea
excited.
is fire.
Because
Cause
I just imagine a labyrinth that
yeah,
has chunks to it that basically interchange depending on the time of the day or the
Mm-hmm.
day of the week. You know what
yeah,
I mean? It's never the
yeah.
same. You can't
Mm-hmm.
buy a map for the labyrinth. You just go
No,
in and wish for the best.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Exactly. I felt that way when like when we play Call of Duty Zombies, I'm so mad that it's a time limit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that shouldn't be. time limited. You should be able to do and play as long as you want. And I feel that way about a labyrinth. Like it should be unlimited. The where you go and what you do and what type of enemies you see. Like you got to switch certain. You're not really switch your build around, but it's conducive to going there with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Because say I'm a soldier and I'm a shooter, but all the enemies are human, and you're a fucking druid. It's like, bro, they just fucking set bear traps down. You're fucked. You know what I'm saying? So you need me to blow them up with grenades so that you can get in and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that where you literally have to work as a team. And then the next level is like tieflings or demons. You know what I'm saying? And I really can't do much until you fucking say you go in there and do a fucking some move that'll nullify the ability for me to not breathe the air or some shit. You know what I mean? Like some wild shit, bro. Like really different.
It's going to have like core elements, like you're going to have elements like fire, wind, stuff like that. But the way you utilize these, it's not going to
Right.
be ordinary. I mean, you're
No.
talking about a pan that can fucking throw fire, or a machine gun that can shoot ice bullets, or
Yeah.
a fucking lance that can manipulate wind.
Yeah. Yeah. Or tear through a dimension to bring in allies. You know, like AI allies and shit. You could tear through the dimension you're in and bring in fucking nanobots, Terminator style motherfucker. You
Yeah,
know,
something similar to like a
wild shit.
summoner class or a necromancer raises skeletons.
That'd be fire, dog.
Boys, I love where we're going with this. Keep those notes down, and we'll continue this later. We've been doing this for an hour.
Yep. That's exactly what I was just saying.
We've been doing
So
this
what?
Yeah,
for
we
an
put
hour.
an hour into the cast and an hour into the after show. I hope everybody was really enjoying this shit.
I had a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
I
yeah,
was
this is
into it.
fun. We definitely need to continue this. Keep those notes because we're gonna do this again probably
Yeah,
next
I'm
week.
just gonna save this because we might as well
Yeah,
exactly do it next week.
I'm about to download Unreal Engine right now. Unreal Engine
Yeah,
5.
I think it's as easy as getting Epic. All you gotta do is get Epic. I think it's got Unreal Engine on it.
It does, but I don't trust Epic to. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the core download of Unreal Engine instead of going through Epic because they gotta log in and do this and that, and then the files might get locked into Epic Launcher. I don't want that. I just want Unreal Engine on my computer.
So,
But
Yeah,
I
I
do
think
Cool,
have Epic. Yeah.
cool, 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 cool. Hey, keep all that shit in your notebook, Wolf.
yeah, it's right here in front of me. I got it
All right, go ahead and devour
because
several
we
penises.
definitely
Hey,
don't want that
if
back.
you joined us for the after show and also the main show, appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, I see some people in the chat that weren't here the entire time. What's going on, Bruin? How you doing, bro? Uh, I'll post this later. We're gonna do this, I guess. What's today? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.
Hmm.
I'll post this
Yeah.
Friday. So we'll have our after shows Fridays. How's that? And we'll do our main shows Wednesdays. Yeah.
Got it.
Turn up. You
Cool.
said
Glad we got a
after show is
schedule.
which day?
Yeah, we got a
Fridays.
schedule.
Fridays. Cool. Glad we got a
Fridays.
schedule. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, whether you're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, all over the place. We're everywhere.
All over the world.
All over the world, we got listeners. That's so cool, man. I didn't think that we would reach across the globe as quick as we did, but it's
yeah, we got
definitely
to
an
buy some
honor.
plane tickets, man.
Shout out to
We
the
gotta
one
buy
homie
plane
out in
tickets.
Berlin.
Oh God.
Yeah, Berlin. I saw. We got
Gotta
listeners
get my
in
passport
Mexico,
ready.
Canada, Belgium, Caraco, and then you said Caraco is South America, right?
Yeah, it's the north of South America.
The north of South America.
The north of South America.
Hey, bro, just come up a couple more yards. You'll be here. You know what I mean?
Just move that island up a little bit.
Just move up a couple yards. You'll be here. It's easy.
Just stretch your neck